Okay, everybody, welcome back for another episode of Master Command. We're continuing our light core playthrough today. So we have about let's see, 29 days. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I was gonna say we're gonna need to be pretty speedy. I want to get down here, fight this encamped army, and then probably come over here, do the slum if possible, do the outpost if possible, come down, fight the last encamped army, run up here, check this battlefield, come over here, and make any last purchases that we need to before the HQ mobilizes. I think we'll be able to do that. I think we'll have the time. So let's go ahead and get to moving. Come over here, and I'm going to move in normal stance just for a little bit to get that extra replenishment because our volunteer hussar were kind of hurt, and so were our veteran chasseur. We're fighting the Saxa doctrine. They move slowly. Infantry's better than normal. They have a lot of Hungarians, so these guys will probably want to charge in. Esterhazy Fusiliers also have fairly good melee stats, so these guys might just want to like charge into us. Grinzer Hussars are fairly good cavalry units. We shouldn't sleep on them. And then we want to get after that artillery and knock them out at some point. So let's go ahead and hop on into battle. All right, let's get moving. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to establish a defensive line here, starting at the fences, going to the hedges, and then going to these hedges, maybe even up to these hedges, we'll see. I'm going to have our royal recruits forming that line, with our German Fusiliers being in reserve, ready to either handle the next wave of charges that come in, or to replace our royal recruits when they inevitably break. So we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and put these guys over here. Okay, second royal recruit unit, you're going to spread out here. We're going to have our cavalry coming around. I want to try to get around with the cavalry. Maybe knock these guys out. And then get after the artillery. Okay, let's get you guys on the fence a little bit more. There we go. And let's you guys into a little bit better cover. Start bringing the cavalry around this way. Maybe even run them for a little bit. Fusiliers spread out. Same with you guys, spread out for when the artillery starts firing at us. Okay, that will afford the chasseur a little bit better cover over here. I'm gonna have our royal recruits right behind them. All right, our artillery. Go ahead and swing the artillery wide over here. We are in artillery range, so they should be shooting at us here pretty soon, I would think. Just need to get all their guys in line. Maybe I even start distracting these Esterhazy Fusiliers. See if I can get them to turn and come to my cavalry, and then we can charge in and try to knock them out without too much fuss. They should be aggressive. Although it does say they might defend if they have a small artillery advantage or a slight artillery advantage. I think they're just waiting to get their whole line in order, but we'll go ahead and be ready to fight over here. Okay, so the Esterhazy are taking the bait. They are coming for my cavalry. Go ahead and move these units up. And if the Esterhazy turn, I'm going to send the provincial cavalry in to get the first strike on them. If they don't turn, then we'll lead with the French dragoons. Go ahead and pull back just a little bit. There they go, they've turned. Okay, dragoons are going to lead the way. Everyone else wait for the dragoons to hit, and then we'll send you in. And let's go ahead and move this artillery forward. Everything over here is looking fine. Might move you forward. I feel like these guys haven't broken yet. Pull the dragoons out. They've taken quite a bit of damage as they're like fighting to the death. Which, I mean, good for them, but geez. Hussars and Grenadier Cheval pull out. Okay, we got their officer, that's good. I might need to come over here and replace our veteran Fusiliers. Dragoons should recover eventually. Provincial cavalry is in a tough spot. I just need you guys to hurry up. Okay, there goes the provincial cavalry. Let's not go after their artillery since most of our own cavalry is routing at the moment. Yeah, no, don't fight them. Not from that position. We'll send you guys in, knock them out. You hold your, like I say, you hold your fire, but you're retreating. You guys hold your fire, you guys hold your fire, and let's turn and come this way. Yeah, get them rallied. Okay, they're shattered, they're not coming back. Are we looking over here? Let's get our Fusiliers here replaced. Okay, dragoons. pull everyone back for a minute. Okay, pull back, you guys. You guys take over. Fusiliers are turning. Not sure what they're up to. Let's go ahead and charge in the Dragoons and try to knock them out. Perfect. Then let's fall back here. Move the chasseur forward. Oh, you guys have been holding your fire. That's my bad. You guys unlimber. I think we can start making a move over here. I'm going to keep the Dragoons in reserve, but I think we can start going after these Grinzer Hussars. And I might as well move you guys out to the flank here. I don't think we need to play so wide anymore. What did they get hit by? Artillery? I don't even know. Yeah, let's move in to help here. I don't know how useful the Dragoons are going to be. And then let's knock out the artillery. Okay, nice. Let's charge in over here now. Are these guys coming back? They are. Can we get turned? And can we get you guys over here? And then you guys over here? And let's just run in and hit these guys. They're tired, so that's good. Yeah, that was a great shot. We should beat them in melee now. And let's put you guys into an attack column and charge you in. Perfect. Good job, guys. Oh, and you're holding your fire. That's great. Please open fire. There we go. I think we'll have to take the casualty replenishment, but losses weren't terrible. Not too terrible, at least. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do casualty replenishment, but all in all, it wasn't so bad, I think. Let's go ahead and reduce the ammunition consumption. I think that sounds fairly good. I don't want to lower our morale at this point. Getting the extra reservists every day is good, but I just don't want to be reducing morale on units that kind of inherently have bad morale. And I'm going to go ahead and take all of your ammunition and give it to the artillery. Let's look for a good melee. This is pretty decent. I don't want to get less, I don't want to get fewer, or I don't want to reduce my rewards here. So we're going to go with terrifying, which is pretty good. Dealing extra morale damage is pretty good. Got a really good treatise here, which we can probably throw on you. And then let's... I'm so silly. I do that all the time. Yeah, we'll give you the spirit rations. I think that's a little bit better. Actually, the meat rations are probably the best. No one can upgrade, that's fine. I mean, technically these guys could. But I'm gonna hold off and turn... I'm gonna turn 2 of our guys into Swiss. And then this guy I'll probably turn into artillery. This we're gonna sell, this we're gonna sell, this will sell. Max range and reload. Not terrible, we could give that to him. Okay, sorry about that, guys. There was like, honestly, I think there was like some black pepper from my lunch that, I don't know, like got stuck in my throat or something, and it was crazy. Started coughing, started dying, lost my voice. It was awful. But we're back. We got some water. We cleared the throat. All is well. So, what are we going to do here? Could give him the Bible, or we could find someone to swap out an item. None of these are really cavalry-friendly items. Could... No. Yeah, none of these particularly great for giving to cavalry. Could do this. Although I like the casualty restoration on our veteran musketeers. Or could just leave him with an open slot. No, let's just give him the Bible. That's fine. Okay. Now we've got that sorted. Let's go ahead and let's come check out this slum. Oh, nice. We got another musician encounter. My problem is I don't necessarily want to increase any of our infantry's charge, so I don't want to give them the bagpipers. Let's go ahead and do another field musician. And let's come check out this outpost. nearing full replenishment, so that's good. We can give up this... We can give up this 6-pounder howitzer. I think that's fine. We get a ton of money from it, so we'll be able to buy something nice. And then I think we can probably sell these shoes. Ammo consumption could be good on... Reducing ammo consumption, I mean, could be good on these guys. And then how about I just do this so that you have better morale. And with you guys, we can kind of do the same. Let's work on our insight real quick. So we could reduce our food consumption. Wouldn't be terrible. Could increase our veterancy gains some more, which I'm tempted by. I think we're doing fine on morale for right now. Let's go ahead and go into the army veterancy. Get some more veterancy out of this last battle. So let's move into forced march. Come down here, clear the encampment. We've got 20 days, which I think is enough. I'm not gonna do this. Come over here. Fight this army. Gustavian, which isn't too bad. Just have a bunch of Austrian Fusiliers, which they'll be good at shooting, but I think I'd rather fight the Austrian Fusiliers than the Hungarians, just because I don't want to get into a melee battle with the Hungarians. They have more cavalry, but their cavalry is overall worse than in the previous battle. Okay, let's go ahead and get in there. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is something that we've done before in other battles, where we're going to come over to this land body over here, this landmass, and we're going to be using the river to our advantage. We'll be able to put our guys in cover and fight the Austrians while they are in the river, which their best... I guess Austrian Fusiliers are fairly all-rounder units, but their accuracy is fairly good, so that's what I'm most concerned about. And if they're in the river, that's going to lower their accuracy, and eventually it's going to exhaust them, making one of their strongest suits a liability. So that's what we're doing there. The other thing is, so everyone's going to come across the bridge, and they're taking forever, so that's good. But the cavalry will leave over here. Reason we're doing that, because I'm hoping that their infantry will turn like this, and then march at our army, and it will leave the artillery exposed. They'll leave the cavalry behind, of course, to defend the artillery, but our cavalry is qualitatively much better than theirs, so I'm not too concerned. I think we'll be good there. Let's go ahead and start setting guys up when and where appropriate. And spread the German Fusiliers out, just so that they don't get blasted by some crazy artillery shot. Okay, and then Chasseur. Let's see what they're doing. The Delinia. I might even use the cavalry to knock out the Delinia guys, just because they are pretty strong, and I would rather not have to deal with them later. But I definitely want them locked in on these guys first before I go in. Might even turn our royal recruits out a little bit. Get them running. Okay. Get our battalion artillery unlimbered. I'm gonna go ahead and switch them over to canister. I forgot to do that before the battle, but they reload so quickly that it's fine. And might even go ahead and just flop them over here. Okay, artillery fire is coming in. Let's go ahead and realign our troops to knock out the Delinia Fusiliers. And then when they start moving again and lose their bracing bonus is when we're going to charge in and knock them out. Start moving up just a little bit. Let's get the cavalry a little bit closer. Okay, they are turning. Moving up. Looks like some of the Chevaux Légers is also coming this way. Looks like they have a lot more cavalry coming this way. Okay, let's go ahead and just pull you guys back. Pull you guys way back. And let's move forward and catch them in the river. Okay, let's actually leave the Volunteer Hussar over here. These guys are trying to come after the Dragoons. Please open fire, actually. I didn't realize how close these guys were getting. Provincial cavalry charge in. Dragoons go right behind them. Dragoons, eat that charge for me, please. Grenadier Cheval, get in there. Okay, that's looking good. You guys fall back. Dude, these guys are crazy. They just keep chasing. Okay, come this way. We'll probably switch those guys out. Yeah, poor volunteer hussars. It's getting chewed up over here. Okay. Oh, interesting timing. Okay, they are retreating. That's good. Let's see if they will turn to keep hitting the provincial cavalry. They will, which means Dragoons and Grenadier Cheval can go in. They'll unfortunately just take so much morale damage that they're just going to retreat. Their artillery is really annoying. Go ahead and charge in, try to wipe these guys out. Oh, this is interesting. Here, just fire when you can. Nice. Actually, I was gonna say let's move the chasseur up to hit the artillery, but we're gonna hold off on that for now. Okay, let's charge in. Okay, they should retreat. Nice. Pull back our chasseur. Okay. I'll send you after that field artillery. You guys after them, and then we'll send you after them. There we go. Another encamped army down. Now I really want to get something that will make us better in battle. We keep getting, what are these called? Doctrines? That are good on the campaign map, not as good. Not as good. Not as good in battle. So let's go ahead and take the conscription option just so that we can make sure we have enough manpower to replenish before the HQ is upon us. Could do infantry combat effectiveness. We naturally have really big units, so losing 50 men is not too terrible. Honestly, increasing melee, also not bad. Go ahead and raise the infantry standards, I think. Everyone's replenishment back. This is allegedly going to be our artillery brigade, so let's treat it as such. Yeah, I really like the better infantry accuracy. It's actually pretty good for our infantry. Range isn't terrible if I did want to keep it for artillery, but I'd hate for them to move even more slowly. So let's just do that, and then this will be our... We're going to call this our line brigade. This is kind of interesting. Okay, what all are we going to sell? Definitely these things. Maybe I keep one captured uniform for any encounters that we might come across. Stakes are going to be good to give our guys. This heavy jacket is actually a really good pickup that we could put on the dragoons. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Okay, we've got plenty of time, so let's come up here. Check out this battlefield real quick. Okay, we could get another recruit infantry unit. Which, I mean, sure, why not, right? Do it, why not? Let's do that. Another row of recruit. Could even open a new brigade once I sell off some things, but that's not what I'm going to do. What I will do... I think I might take an extra morale point for this next battle. Then let's come up here. Let's definitely buy ammunition. Let's definitely buy some food. Let's see if there's anything noteworthy. These blankets are actually fairly good. Don't need any more units. Shiro to freeze isn't terrible, but I don't need it either. Okay, let's go ahead and buy this blanket, because that will be good for our cavalry. Shiro to freeze, maybe we pick up later. I mean, not later, but maybe we get it. Let me see if there's anything else that I would want to sell at the moment. Probably this limber chest. Everything else I see having some value. Yeah. With that done, let's come over here. Let's even force march. And let's see if there's any improvements we can make to our cavalry, because they are pretty much our strongest force at the moment. Extra melee and move speed. You don't have a horse, so that could be good for you, actually. And you don't have a horse either. And in the staff college... No, nothing that we need on our cavalry. This could be good for our chasseur. They don't have a have such a doctrine already, so that could be good for them. Foundry, I could get a bronze 6-pound gun for these guys. I might do that. Could also get better canister. Or even double canister. Which would be pretty darn cool. Okay. Let's do this. Buy 6-pounder. Let's buy the double canister. Let's go to the stable and buy 6 melee, 5 movement speed. 8 melee, 4 movement speed. Okay, well, the Frisian horse is a better value than the saddle, it would seem. So let's buy that guy. We could also get this treatise for our dudes. What are they called? The chasseur. Could also get a staff, a drill master, so that our guys will get more veterancy. Let's go ahead and give you the good Frisian horse. And pop open a slot for you to give you that horse. You'll just have nothing for now, I guess. I'll give you this blanket. Give them the canteen and then give like one of our other guys the Bible. Here, I'll give you the Bible, reduce your morale damage even more. Amount morale damage received. I feel like you're already good on morale. I feel like I don't need to give you that. Let's do this instead. Could just sell off these stakes. I could do that. And that. Now they're a little bit more secure if they get charged. I'm gonna remove this and give you this instead. Storm's still useful though. Okay, so we have a ton of shoes. Most of our cavalry is doing better. Oh, do we have any carbines here? Could pick up 2 of the cheap Liège carbines and throw them on the dragoons and the hussars, just make them a little bit stronger. Which I think I will do. I'll also probably give the French... should I give you guys ammunition too? I don't know. We'll think on it. I could sell this. Or I could upgrade him and give it to him. Yeah, let's do that. Navigator, I might sell... Basic spirit ration, I don't know. Canister round we'll hold on to for now. I do like the extra morale damage this deals, and the little tiny gain to veterancy. I just don't know if we need it at this moment. Okay, let's go ahead and sell off these items. That leaves us with some ammunition that we could buy. And then we could probably raid this city. Maybe even come over here and raid this one before the HQ gets to us. Yeah, so let's do 1 purchase of ammunition. Maybe 1 more. And then let's raid here. And we'll get 2 extra loot, which is pretty exciting. Okay. The saddle is good. This is alright. Oh, Tompion and Spontoons aren't bad either. Let's go ahead and run over here. And I want to actually buy up some of the reservists here. Maybe see what else they have. Quartered shot or quartered musket. Let's sell the herring. Sell this. Everything else we can keep for the moment. And I am going to buy manpower before we go. We can't forget about that. Max range and accuracy up. Plus 9%, plus 2 reload. And we'll just keep it like it is for now. Let's go ahead and here, let's throw the heavy saddle on you. And let's throw the light saddle on you. Like that. Hold on to these two for a minute. I do want to hand them out, but let's go ahead and raid. Or, sorry, not raid, not yet. Let's buy up some manpower while it's cheap. And then let's raid. We could get this burned down before they get here. That would be awesome. But we're going to be 1 day short. Go ahead and hand this to you. And then you I could give a Tompion. I could give you a Tompion. You have a Tompion. You don't. It would give it to you. Okay. With that, I think we're set. Let's go ahead and look at what we're fighting. Okay, Mauritian, not terrible. Esterhazy, bunch of Hungarians, Brownland recruits, easy peasy. Some Austrian Fusiliers, Hungarians. Ooh, I don't love this veteran Hussar unit. Not one bit. And they've got a fair amount of artillery there. Okay, let's see if we can beat them. Okay, we are back, and what we're going to attempt to do is have our royal recruits hold the town here, or at least hold in positions along this fence line or along this hedge line. I'm going to put the general over there with them along with the chasseur, and they are just going to try to hold this position. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to have the German Fusiliers coming up. We're going to try to use our German Fusiliers and our cavalry to overwhelm this side of the flank, start rolling them up, hopefully attract the attention of their cavalry. I want their cavalry to come for our German Fusiliers, and then we can use our own cavalry to support. That's the plan. We'll see how it shakes out. They do extra morale damage. They also receive extra morale damage. What's really scary about that, though, is that all of this artillery is going to be pumping out extra morale damage. So we really want to try to get to them as soon as we can to knock them out. Fortunately, their reload and accuracy is lower because we're in the rain, so I guess we've got that going for us. One thing that was a bummer about taking that increased infantry standards, I didn't think about it decreasing the size of our chasseur, which kind of stinks. They're already a small unit, being light infantry. So, a little bit of a bummer that they are smaller. What if, you know, since the French, their thing is having bigger infantry units, generally speaking, what if the chasseurs were larger than just 600 men, right? What if they were like 700? I think that would be interesting. I think that would be interesting. Go ahead and swing the cavalry out wide. Let's form up behind the chasseur. You guys form up over here. Let's have the artillery set up here. Okay, let's see what their cavalry doing. Their cavalry is just sitting back there with the artillery, which is totally fine with me. Also, their artillery is just totally sitting there, not doing anything. Which, I mean, that's fine with me. If the artillery doesn't want to get involved, I am totally fine with that. Yeah, let's move you up a little bit more. And you guys in there. Let's pull back our hussars. They're taking a lot of damage. Get you guys unlimbered. And let's actually hold your fire for just a minute. Okay, we killed their officer, that's good. Let's send the dragoons in here. Then we'll follow up with the Grenadier Ashgaval. Shoot at them. Okay, you guys... are gonna help. And then we'll pull back the cavalry and let our German Fusiliers get up here. I said we're gonna pull you guys back. I know we have attracted a lot of attention from their artillery. I'm gonna pull you guys back for a minute. Honestly, I could have advanced over here and taken the hill. It's kind of late for that. The open fire. This guy's coming after me. Does seem that way. Okay. Let's come get them back. Be good, they are running. Let's rally our guys here. Okay, good job. Swing back this way. Let's turn to support our guys. get the artillery all moving. Not the artillery, the cavalry. Okay, they're retreating. Well, let's go ahead and just make sure that they are going to retreat. Okay, here comes some of the cavalry finally mobilizing. Okay, volunteer hussars are attracting attention. That's not what I want. Okay, they're shattered. Okay, they're shooting at our infantry. That's good. Oh, I don't love this. Okay, let's keep closing in on them. Oh, shoot. Yeah, these guys are kind of in trouble. Here, let's move you guys forward. How are the Chasseurs doing? They still got ammunition, which is good. Okay, so they don't have anyone in reserve here. Okay, Chasseur. Okay, let's check what's going on over here again. Yeah, make sure that none of these guys are coming back. Okay, so now it's just these Fusiliers over here. I'm just letting these guys get experience. Okay, perfect. Losses were decently high, but I think we have the manpower reserves to cover them. Yeah, we do. Okay, let's see what else we can get. We can get a decent amount of money and ammunition. We could also get a bunch of veterancy, which would be huge going into the next area. I say let's take the veterancy. Maybe we can even turn some of our royal recruits into Swiss units. Nope, not quite. Not quite. But we can get a good shooting. This is decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. Cover effectiveness is good. Sure, let's do that. Go ahead. And I might save this until we see what the map looks like. Because I might want to put it into movement, or I might want to put it into like veterancy and casualty replenishment. I don't know. We'll see. Things that we can... Optimizations we can make. Give you better gunner implements. We are going to need ammunition. And sell this. Infantry hanger swords I might sell. Cavalry pistols we can keep for now. That will sell. The officer gorget will sell. Yeah. This dude I could turn into artillery. Do I want to do that? Sure. Sure, why not? We'll give him our little 3-pound gun. You don't need the wooden stakes, but I will give you this. That, and the toe worm. Perfect. Can you upgrade? No, it's gonna take 6 veterancy to upgrade you. Does your stamina increase? It does. Okay, thank goodness. We can sell that bayonet. Make that change. Probably give one of our Germans the foreign musicians. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into Act 2. Range and accuracy, artillery veterancy gain. If we were the Austrians, I think I would do it. But I think we'll be fine without going into artillery focus. So let's do well-kept arms. And then ration item costs decreased. Combat effectiveness up. Army experience gain down. Unit recruitment, officer recruitment. I do like this unit. I don't love foreign advisors. Let's go ahead and do a reroll. Arguably worse. Arguably worse things we got this time around. Okay, I think our best bet is probably doing suppress Northern England. We can raid. Well, we're gonna need to get some money. Actually, we could definitely easily get that money by raiding. Actually, if we just are conservative with how we spend it. But I think we do suppress Northern England. We'll get a really good artillery unit. I think they even come with. I think they come with like the bronze 12-pound guns or better. So we're gonna get a lot of value out of them. They're also just really strong artillery unit. There's so many men in there. Unit professionalism is okay. We still do have 7 units that we want to add to our army. I could also disband these guys and buy a royal recruit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But we're going to be adding at least 7 units to our army. So perhaps if I go ahead and we take care of all the slums and then we get this and then we start buying units, yeah, they'll be a little more expensive, but we'll get 3 veterancy straight off the pop with them, which is pretty good. So yeah, I think we just do suppress Northern England. I don't love it, but I think it makes the most sense here. Temperatures plummet. So before we end the episode, we need to raid 3 settlements. This could be one of them. We need to dismantle 5 slums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 15,000, but they're British, so they're quantitatively smaller, qualitatively better than your standard guys. I'm over here and picking up infantry could be good. Oh, also cheaper infantry down here. Everything down here is actually really good. I feel like I want to end up down here to buy units and to sell things. I also might get rid of the Volunteer Hussar at some point, just because they have already hit their peak potential, which is really sad. Their peak potential is not great. Like the gendarmerie are better in most things. They're worse at shooting, and they have slightly lower stamina. Oh, we can literally look at the comparison right here. They have better morale, better charge, better melee, more units. Like, I'd rather have the gendarmerie over the Volunteer Hussar, and I'd rather have the French Royal Cavalry over the Volunteer Hussar. So I might get rid of these guys at some point, just because they don't stand to offer me very much from this point forward. So maybe if I find like some French Dragoons, or if I find French Gentleman Cavalry, like we strongly consider getting rid of them, or throwing them into another brigade or something. Yeah. But where? How do I want to? How do I want to plan what I'm gonna do? I think we'll come down here, get this slum, get this slum. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we make our way over here to buy infantry, maybe buy cavalry, and then there's 2 more slums that we can resolve here. That does mean that we will be exploring a big chunk of the map before buying new units. But technically, we can get 2 more units in here because we just need the money to open the brigade. We'll get these guys in. I'm gonna raid this town, and then we'll find like this town to raid that's like really junky. And then maybe we'll raid like a village along the way or something, and we'll get our artillery unit. So let's go ahead, do that. Give our guys ammunition. Maybe give you guys the cavalry pistol. And I'll just give you whatever we have left. Can you upgrade? Oh, you can upgrade. Yeah, let's upgrade you. Cool. Even better. Give me back that ammunition. Here, I'll give it to you since you have the best shooting stats now of the cavalry. Also, I know people keep leaving comments saying that, you know, if you put the cavalry behind the infantry, they can shoot over the infantry, right? I do know that these guys, if I were playing the British Dragoons, I would do that. But these guys are going to be underutilized if I just sit them behind the infantry and let them shoot. So that's why I'm not doing it. Also, we're fairly low on ammunition, and since they're not all that effective at shooting anyway, like it helps a little bit, right? If they're charging in and they have ammunition, they'll get, I don't know, 10, maybe 20 kills shooting, charging in, which is something, but it's not a lot. So I would just rather have the ammunition with other units because they're just going to eat up ammunition and not get a whole lot to show for it. So that's why I keep taking ammunition from them. With that said, I think we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and stop here. Thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you're enjoying the content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next video.